Alright, back to Pokemon Colosseum. We are jumping back into Mount Battle, having lost at Battle 10 and having had a missed opportunity at Entei. We are now fully healed at level 42 Umbreon, level 40 Espeon. We can just walk back through Mountain Battle. We've already beaten the first 9 trainers, and now we have full health, full PP, knowing that Dakim, we have a shot at beating Dakim and also getting a chance at a legendary. So let's go back. We didn't get it before, but we know how to get back there. On this very unsafe Mountain Battle Tower. Against Cipher, Cipher Admin Dakim Dakim, who says, "Ja ha ha, you don't seem to learn your lessons very well. How many times must I tell you that you will never beat me?" Alright, level 37 Metang, a Steel and Psychic type for Dakim, as well as a level 38 Golem, which is a Rock and Ground type. We're going to use Confuse Ray on Metang. We're going to use Reflect with Espeon, because Golem and Metang are going to do their back and forth with Protect and Earthquake. Do it like a yin-yang here. And here's Metang's Earthquake coming in, but now that we have Reflect in play from Espeon, that will curb at least some of the damage coming in from the Earthquake move. Because the Protect is meant to protect Golem from getting hit by the Earthquake. Metang is now confused. It's good. Now we're going to switch to Confusion to Golem, and then we're going to try to hit Metang with Psybeam. Metang is confused, which means it hurt itself in the confusion and can't even get a move out. Espeon, you with the Psybeam, the best move for Espeon. Doesn't do a lot of damage because, I mean, really, it's Metang. It's not much is going to do much damage, but because of the confusion, Golem, Earthquake is now going to Metang out as a super effective move. But that's the advantage of using Confuse Ray right there. It took Metang out. That's how strong the Confuse Ray move was. Espeon does drop to 49 HP, which is what it is. 606 EXP each for beating Metang for each of your Pokemon. Level 38 Marshtomp is the next Pokemon from Dakim, a water and a ground type Pokemon. Now as we enter turn 3, we've already taken out one Pokemon. Golem already got hit by Confuse Ray. We're going to use Confuse Ray on Marshtomp. We're going to use Psybeam on Golem. Trend here just switching back and forth with Confuse Ray. And trying to take away opportunities. Marshtomp with the Mudshot move, which is just going to lower speed. It does a little damage, but it lowers speed as well, so it lowers Espeon's speed. And then we've got Confused Golem, who almost knocks itself out, which is nice. Umbreon with the Confuse Ray move here. Marshtomp. So we enter turn 4. We can use Bite to finish off Golem. We can use Psybeam to do more damage. Marshtomp, both of them are confused right now, which is helpful. Psybeam mostly takes Marshtomp's HP down, and it is confused, and it almost knocks itself out on the confusion. Golem is confused, and it does knock itself out in the confusion. Beating the level 38 Golem is going to get each of our Pokemon 720 EXP points. So Espeon is now level 41. Camerupt is the next Dakim Pokemon out in play. Umbreon uses Bite as a move here on Camera Up instead. Lowers it out a little bit. We're going to use Confuse Ray now on Camera Up. We're also going to use Psybeam on Camera Up, because Marshtomp could potentially knock itself out anyway. If there's a chance of that. So we're going to do it this way. Actually, Camera Up got knocked out by the Psybeam, which is even better. Beating the level 38 Camera Up gives us 712 EXP for each of our Pokemon, which means Entei, level 40 Entei is in play, and Rui spots that it is a Shadow Pokemon, so we're going to go ahead and try to catch that. Marshtomp is confused. Muddy Water does come out as a water move, which is going to do a bit of damage to Umbreon, but not too crazy. We're in a better spot than before, but, well, Espeon did get critical hit on that play. Now we have Hitmontop in as our level 38 backup for Espeon. Hitmontop's Intimidate cuts Entei's attack, as well as Marshtomp's, which is great. So that's the ability of Hitmontop to just come in and use an Intimidate kind of move. Our Espeon's Reflect is now off, but that is fine. We're several turns in. We're going to use Confuse Ray on Entei. We're going to use Shadow Move, Rush on Entei as well. Oh yeah, wait, I think I already used Confuse Ray on Entei. Well, it's fine. Well, we should have used Bite, but that's fine. Flappy's now in. Muddy Water does hit both Pokemon for a decent amount of damage, which is unfortunate. And we gotta use Bite on Entei. Flappy's gonna use Thunder Wave on Entei. Let's try to confuse and paralyze it, ideally. Marshtomp does knock itself out in the confusion without any hits. So level 38 Marshtomp is going to give us 550 EXP for each of our non-Shadow Pokemon that are still in. So Umbreon is now level 43. Flaffy is going to put off that Thunder Wave on Entei, and Entei is going to be confused and paralyzed, which is honestly going to help us a lot here, because having both is going to make it harder for Entei to attack us. So we're going to use Bite, we're going to use Shadow Rush, we're going to throw everything at Entei to lower it down to at least the yellow. Well, we use Thunder Shock instead of Shadow Wave, or instead of Thunder Wave or Shadow Rush on Entei. Flappy with the Thunder Shock. Again, we're just trying to chip away at Entei's health a little bit. Entei flinching, okay. So now we can use, start trying to throw balls at it, really. Or we lower slightly more before we do it. We can actually just start. We're going to start by throwing Ultra Balls at it, because they're the best possibility for legendaries. Let's try to catch this. Ultra Balls have the best chance over a Great Ball and a Pokeball. There used to be, and we'll have Flappy Call on the second Pokemon turn. But Entei being a legendary from Johto, let's just try to throw some Ultra Balls at it, hopefully we can catch. Entei meanwhile could still hurt itself more using Confusion, or with Shadow Rush. Did hurt itself some more, so we, even without doing any damage, more damage to it, let's throw another Ultra Ball at it. This will be the second ball. And we'll again use Flaffy to call our second Pokemon. taken out. Let's put in Quagsire. We'll call with Umbreon. We'll throw in Quagsire. Well, actually, no, we do it the other way around. We'll throw with Umbreon's turn, the Ultra Ball. This will be our third attempt at it, and then we will call with Quagsire. Alright, we have caught Entei. Cipher Admin Dakim is beaten. Wow, you meddlesome pest! And then he gives you 4,000 G for winning. Dakim says, the way you handled these Pokemon with your audacious skill. Who are you? This is Scrub, S-K-R-U-B from earlier. Master Dakim. Dakim, Scrub, you are hopelessly outclassed against him. It's zero chance of winning. I'm pulling out for now. You go to EIN's lab and help out there. Scrub, as you wish, sir. Dakim, this isn't over yet. Stronger Pokemon are being made even now. You'd better get serious about training your Pokemon for our next meeting. Ha. And then he flies off, I guess. Rui says, there's something on the ground. We have picked up one F disc. And there's a guy on the ground who you talk to him, he stands up. He says, ow, that wasn't an experience I'd ever want to have again. I'm glad you came to my rescue. Thank you. I'm Vander. I'm an area leader here at Mount Battle. Rui says, I'm Rui, and this is Player. We're glad to see you. Rui explained everything that had happened to Vander. Vander says, what you told me explained a lot. Thanks to you, I know exactly why they attacked us. This is the Time Flute. I happened to find it while I was on my training trek. It's said that the Time Flute will summon Celebi, but just once. There must be something about Celebi that frightens them. They obviously don't want Celebi to encounter Shadow Pokemon. Well, let's not spend any more time here. Let's go back. And then we are back to the entrance. Vander says, but here, I want you to have this. And you get the Time Flute. Rui, but, are you certain? May we really have something this precious? Vander, of course you may. I'd rather you use the Time Flute than have those crooks take it by force. Use it and save the Shadow Pokemon from their sinister plans. So to the right, we can also pick up one TM47. TM47 is Steel Wing. Spreads hard edge wings and slams into the target. Alright, this will be a good save point, so let's save. We have caught a critical catch here with Entei on our team. If we go towards Pokemon storage, we can actually do a switch here. We're going to take out Makuhita now from our lineup as our second Pokemon. We can put Entei in our lineup. Entei will now be our number 3 in our lineup. So we now have, know what I just did there. Why did I grab Espeon? Espeon, and then third is going to be Entei, fourth is going to be Hitmontop, Flappy, and Quagsire. Now we're going to have an Entei in our lineup, which is going to be great. We're going to have to get Entei out of shadow range, though. You know, I think we do probably need to have Entei in a spot where Entei can be in. Espeon and Entei are probably our top two. Alright, let's go ahead and heal first. I mean, it's a pretty tight game. There aren't that many Pokemon choices. Alright, so now we have cleared Mount Battle, at least the important part of getting it. Now we need to probably get more items. So let's go back to Outskirt Stand. We are gonna put in, we'll add 5 more. Let's get up to 7 for now. Again, we're really limited on money, so in this game. You just have to make decisions. You don't have that much money. It's better to heal in places, you know, you want to keep Shadow Pokemon. I'm not going to keep grinding here. It's like, this is a big win to get Entei. Now the question is, where do we go next? I think we probably want to go back to Pyrite Town. Cail says, "Yo, this is Cail, C-A-I-L. Yo, we meet again. How chipper are you feeling? Let me see." Hello, Cail is back in. Level 40 Grand Ball. is the starting point, and then we've got Kirlia. Granbull is only a normal type Pokemon in this game, not a fairy type. It's also kind of funny to imagine Granbull as a fairy type Pokemon generally looking at it, but it is a fairy type in newer games. Granbull is just a normal type here. Curly is just a psychic type here. Meaning, well, so we have Entei in now. Let's get Entei purified. So we have we have Umbreon out of the lineup so that we can push Entei in for later on. So we're going to use Psybeam on Granbull, and we're going to use Shadow Rush on... We'll also use that on Granbull with Double Team. Cail really embodies the, you thought the route was clear? Absolutely not. Okay, the Double Team takes out Granbull. $762 EXP for Espeon. Nuzleaf is now in. On the Cail side, Nuzleaf is a grass and dark type Pokemon. So we'll use Return on Kirlia, and then we'll use Shadow Rush also on Kirlia, because they're both moves that are Pokemon that are not going to be good to use Psybeam on. $600 EXP Espeon, and if you get also Umbreon in, you would also get 600 on that Pokemon. And then we're gonna put and we'll double team actually with level 40 Machoke in here, let's hit Machoke with Psybeam. We'll use Shadow Rush on Nuzleaf. Machoke is a fighting type that's going to be weak against Psychic. $625 EXP for each of your Pokemon that are in that are not Shadow Pokemon for beating the Machoke. Use Psybeam and Shadow Rush on Nuzleaf. Oh, wait, not Psybeam. Wrong move. Should have used Return on it. Mistake. But still got the hit on Nuzleaf there. $603 EXP for each Pokemon that is not a Shadow Pokemon. We beat Cail, who says, I couldn't do it again. 640G for winning. Cail says, Boone, I've learned how tough you are battling. It's a full body experience. Another game, or just walking through talking to some other guys again. This is Pyrite, the town of earth, wind, and money. You appear to be taking on the town's characters somehow. Ho ho ho! Umbreon's still pretty solid, and I would keep Umbreon for... If I want to catch a Pokemon, I think I want to have Umbreon in. Because Umbreon is the safest Pokemon to use. Safe catching, great on recovery, confusion, really allows you to control a match. So it prevents really spirals from happening in a match. But Entei over the long run is going to end up doing more damage, so we gotta get Entei out of Shadow mode. Today, I've come to ask Fatine what I should have my fortune read about. 14. I see it. Deep under the ground, a swirling black cloud. I see it clearly. The black whirlpool of smoke is a new enemy. Go with caution. This one won't be easy. Okay, so that is our next enemy. Something under. Alright, let's go back in the green building. And then Toy Soldier Johnson comes back. Whoa, I'm sorry, Chief, but there's big news. You see, Chief, there's talk that there's a mysterious syndicate poised to take over the world. Huh, Chief? You're not the Chief. I beg your pardon. Chief, I'm here, Johnson. That story isn't new. What are all your reports so out of date? Why are all your reports so out of date all the time? Johnson, oh, Chief, there you are. You're such a kidder. Haha. Johnson says, I wonder what exactly this mysterious syndicate is. Oh, if we knew that, then it won't be much of a mystery, now would it? Haha. Cheryl, I reckon that Mirror B was sent by that mystery organization in the first place. If my guess is true, there ought to be more of his kind. If I hear anything on my end, I'll surely let you know. You're the player, right? What's your PDA number? Did you give the PDA number to Cheryl's? Okay, got it. You take care. Good save point here. Let's save another time. Again, there's a lot of continuous exploring in this game. We have a jail key. We can go back into the jail, talk to people, take a nap. No, you can't take a nap in here. But you do still have as a key item the key to the jail in Pyrite Town's police station. Folly says, here's food for your thoughts. Within the organization, Mirror B being spelled M-I-R-O-R, B, was the lowest ranked of the bosses. Their other bosses were a lot better and scarier than Mirror B. That's what I'm saying. Wahaha! Trudley, yeah, don't be too proud that you managed to beat Mirror B. They'll make you pay for that. This guy says, lately, the thugs haven't been trying to hit me up for money. It's even sort of lonely. Of course, I still don't have any money to give. You go back into that one house next to the police station. When I was young, I was a noble rogue myself. Back then, I would engage in battles with reckless abandon almost daily. And then that's the old man, that's the old lady, who says, what's that? We don't have a Celebi here. Alright, let's look at the news. It's time for the news. According to authorities, there is a criminal syndicate that is seeking world domination. It is thought to be linked to the rash of reports from various regions about vicious Pokémon. We hope to bring you additional info on this story as we learn more. We return to Duking's place. Duking says, I heard, thank you, you did it again. But we don't know why they would go after Mount Battle. Rui explained what had happened to Duking. Duking says, so that's why they were after the Time Flute. That's what it was. Still, the relic in Agati seems to be important to Shadow Pokemon. I think you should check into the relic some more. Okay, let's check the relic. We're gonna ride the Vespa vehicle out to Agati village again. And then you walk in Agati, and then they say, "Oh, Rui, I heard there was a big commotion on Mount Battle. Eagun's worried sick about you. Quick, hurry home and reassure him that you're safe and sound." Okay, before we do that, let's go and heal. Because we just battled Cail in a battle, so let's do that. We're healing at the Pokemon Center in Agati Village. And we always save when we're at a Pokemon Center. Alright, let's go back. Oh, there's actually someone near the cave. Let's go down the cave and just talk to this guy first. He says, "Fidget, fidget." Ah! The player and Rui too. I'm glad to see that you're okay. Wait, could it be? Isn't that the Time Flute? They say you can call Celebi with that Time Flute. I've heard that you can call Celebi only once. I would be careful using the Time Flute if I were you. You're definitely going to use the Time Flute, but let's go and talk to our Rui's grandparents first. We're going to go back to the left, and we're going to go up because it is it's kind of up the hill and under the tree branches. Guy outside says, I wonder what that's all about. Oh, hello. A little while ago, someone built what looked like a laboratory out in the desert. It makes me wonder what anyone would want to be studying out there. I mean, there's nothing out there but sand. Bela, B-E-L-U-H. Ah, you're home. Are you okay? You're not hurt in any way? Eagun. Ah, Rui and the player, it's good to see you back. So how goes it? Have you trounced the cretins that raided Mount Battle? Yes, I expected nothing less of my own granddaughter and of course the player. Eagun. I see. So Vander conferred the Time Flute upon you. And what are you waiting for? Depart for the Relic Forest and summon Celebi at once. I wonder what will happen. I find it quite exciting. Yes, there's something I'd forgotten. May I have the number of your PDA thing? So you give the PDA number to Eagun. He says, good, I'll try to reach you at this number if anything happens. This makes us pen pals. Ho ho ho! Guy outside the Pokemon says, seeing you reminds me of my own wild youth. It causes my pulse to quicken with excitement. Perhaps I should train again at Mount Battle. So unlike most Pokemon games, there's only a few games where you have Pokemon following you, like in Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. In this game, you have Rui following you everywhere. Rui is the Pokemon. Rui is the Pokemon that's following you. She herself is the Pokemon. Alright, let's go back down. We had to talk to the guy just outside. The Relic So, we're going into Relic Forest. Let's go in. I don't think we should use it yet, because Entei, um, we already, I mean, Entei's gonna get purified through normal battle. So I don't think we need to do it yet. So let's leave. Let's go back out to Pyrite Town. We already battled Cail. Let's go back again to the Green Police Station to save again. So we're going to be advancing from here. The shop says, if they sold full restore here, I wouldn't have to carry so much stuff with me. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't have any Pokemon anyways. Listen, if you were offered 100G for 1G, would you make the trade? I'm losing my focus. I have to watch what I'm saying. So this is the store in Pyrite Town. They do offer, you know, the hyper and super potions and full heals and stuff, but no Pokeballs. And again, just by buying a few more Ultra Balls, we're right down to 24,000 G. So Calda, if you want to talk to Calda, he says, "Hey, behind you, it's a whaler." Shh, no one fall for that one. You can fight Chaser Calda again. And a level 35 Pyrite. Normal type as well as a level 32 Cail. Pyrite is a normal type. Cail is a normal and flying type. Let's get, we'll do Psybeam on Pyrite. We'll do Shadow Rush on Cail. Let's try to get Entei purified. Entei at this stage is actually a little weaker than Umbreon, but will end up being stronger. $201 experience points each for beating the Halo, and then we got Slaykoff in here. Slaykoff is a normal type, and it's only level 21, which is interesting. We'll use Psybeam on Slaykoff, Shadow Rush on Pyrite, and that's going to knock both of them out. Looking at the level 21 Slaykoff, we get not as much experience points. We just get 186 for each non-Shadow Pokemon. We're continuing to purify Entei. Take out Pyrite here. And that level 35 Pyrite is going to give us 435 experience for each non-Shadow Pokemon. We've beaten Chaser called again. He says, "I was just joking." You get 700 G for winning. He says, man, isn't there anything interesting going down? Ever since Mirror B's been gone, I've been bored silly. There's still a hotel here. You could heal there if you wanted to spend money. Well, I thought construction would end soon, this guy says, but it keeps dragging on. But it's sure one mighty building, that real Gam Tower. I'm back down to Duking's place. Says you should check it out sometime. We press the bookshelf button in Duking's place and go back. People are hanging out near the waterfall. Kids, 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 grid. It's the song for Kids Grid. I wrote it. Isn't it easy to learn? Zach, okay, good. This should do. Wow, you startled me. It's you again, big guy. It's still a trickle, but we're starting to get information from all over the place. When I have enough information, useful information, I'll let you know. Can I have your PDA number? So you give a PDA number to this kid named Sec, S-E-C-C, who says, that's perfect. I'll send you an email whenever I get anything useful. And then you talk to this kid. Huh? Are bad guys causing trouble somewhere again? That's it. I'll squash them when I get big. And then the mom says, Marcia, hi, big people. Is Plussel doing good? Oh, I'm so glad. Let it battle lots and make it strong. Keep going up. Emok says, we go to, hi there, aren't you the hottie? I'll go easy on you, come on. Chaser Emok would like the battle. Sends out level 38 Dolphin and a level 38 Golbat in a rematch. We have Espeon and Entei in now. We will use Psybeam on Golbat since Golbat is a poison type as well as a flying type. And we'll just use Shadow Rush against Gulpin because Gulpin is just a poison type. I guess either would have been fine. Psybeam is good against both. 658 EXP for each Pokemon, which is just Espeon right now, for beating the Golbat. Espeon now has a chance of learning Psych Up. Now the question is, do we learn Psych Up? Copies the target's effects to the user. It doesn't seem like it's quite strong enough. Now we're going to keep the original. We'll keep those. We're going to not learn it. And then we're going to save up on we're going to skip it for the next move. Taking out Gulpin here, get yawns, and then finish. 288 EXP for really just Espeon here, because again, only one non-shadow Pokemon. We've been Chase Emok, who said, you got all serious. Then give you 720 G for winning. Emok says, what kind of man battles a frail girl like me without easing up? You're not going to win the hearts of girls that way. So the circle still has trainers. We can still fight them. Van says, "Wahaha, you're looking to battle with me?" So you can battle them if you want, but let's kind of take a look, even though we can battle these next several trainers and see what's after that. Talk to some people. The scientist says, yeah, in the building just to the left of the bridge, "Hi folks, the windmill's operating perfectly, so it's all thanks to you." And then, "Oh, 30 long years of cranking gears, or 60 long years of still cranking gears. Hey fellow, how many years am I supposed to keep turning these gears? Wahaha!" And then you kind of go further in that one building to the right of the bridge. You can come back, and then Pike says, "What do you think you're doing here?" And then battle. Roller Boy Pike would like to battle. Now, this is a good spot to save, to heal again and save again, which is why I came in here. Just to do that. There is a level 40 Talo and a level 41 knockdown. So Cail is normal and flying. Noctowl is the same. We're going to Psybeam on Noctowl, Shadow Rush on Noctowl. Let's go through that. Get your 52 EXP. Because Noctowl is flying, flies a 2-turn moves, it evades on while it's in the middle of the air. $711 EXP for winning. Let's go ahead, go in here, do the heal. Being Rollerboy Pike because that's too strong for me. 246 G for winning. And he says, "Erg, I'm no match. I must level up some more." Okay, this is where we can just heal ourselves. We don't need a Pokemon Center person. We just put it in and it heals. And then we can also save again here. Okay, we still need to find the next trigger to advance the story. Let's go back and see if there's anything at the police station. That we could have missed or something. The next part of the story is most likely in Pyrite here. Okay, so in the overworld now, there's a new location called Mystery Lab. So we've been talking about a lab. Um, it is between Mountain Battle and Construction Lot. It is a sinister and menacing laboratory that was built in the desert without notice. All right, we got a PDA. Mirror Peon nabbed from Chief Cheryl's. It's Cheryl's. We've just apprehended a pair of thugs we believe to be Mirror B's underlings. We may be able to lean on them for information. We have them locked up. So hurry over to Pyrite. So there's this lab in the middle of nowhere. It looks like if you go all the way around on the right side, you can pick up some items. There are 3 revives. That's pretty neat. And then if you keep going around the perimeter of it, going clockwise, I'm just running around. You can't go in this lab. It looks like there is another item that we can't reach that we can see on the other side of it. There's a key slot to get in. But I don't think there's anything we can do right now, so we're going to go right back to Pyrite, where we just were, which is the southwest location on the world map. And head back to the police station now. We just have gone to the jail. Oh, so this guy's moved. Johnson says, listen, Chief Cheryl's and I, we caught 2 more suspects. They came back to that creaky old building, and we nabbed them on the spot. So it looks like some people got shifted around. Let's see. So there's a jail key we can use. Get through. Oops. Ollie says, huh? You went and checked out the lab? What could it be? I don't have a clue about what's going on at that lab. So Folly got moved to another spot. Trudley says, they said there'll be some new prisoners, so they split me and Folly up. But you know, the guys in the next cell, those voices sound familiar. Okay, so we'll go to the southern cell here. Firma says, we were collared when we tried to sneak back down to the under. It's just another thing that goes with this and everything else you caused. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Wreath mutter, elevator going down. There's a key of some sort on her belt. Want to take it? Okay, you've obtained the elevator key. Cheryl, the suspects we arrested haven't spilled any beans. Not a thing. I reckon they're afraid of payback from their organization. I'll be in touch with you just as soon as I hear anything. back in this area. Let's go ahead and save here again. We beat you, Pike. What are you doing? Roller Boy Pike wants to fight again. Again, the same level 40 Cail and knocked out. It's because we ran back in this area. I guess I didn't have to fight Pike twice, but same strategy applies as before. But you gotta beat Pike in order to get to the heal area, so. Got another 252 EXP off of beating the Talo. $711 experience points for beating the knockdown. Pike still says, too strong for me. 246 G for winning. Berg, I'm no match. I must level up some more. Okay, we'll heal again here. We have... I believe we are in a good spot now. We have the elevator key. So we're ready to move forward into the next area. But for now, let's save here and pause for now. Thanks for watching.